Hi, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Laurel.
Welcome to the 11 Sessions, where today we're going to spend a really good time with the Whiskey Shambles.
Shot me with a rusty pistol, lived in the rain for far too long. Rise up back those broken tears, no sweet words to fix my wrong. Shot me with a rusty pistol, bullet for my sin. Three shots for the night she cried, 3 shots for my kiss on the neck. There's thunder in the night, laughter in the sky. No God gonna take me home after all that I've done. There's a sigh and a scream from the barrel. Oh, that rusty gun.
I shot him with a rusted pistol. God damn, it's a wicked smile. His heartbeat crimson poison. He breathed the fog of lovely lies. I shot him with a rusted pistol. The steel shook the years from his eyes. Song. That rusted pistol, it sang along.
And there's thunder in the night, laughter in the sky. There ain't no God gonna take me home after all that I've done. There's a sigh and a scream from the I just wanna steal your heart. Steal your heart.
I'll 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 be right beside you, baby, when things fall apart. I glue you back together, love. I just might steal your heart.
Steal your
I
heart.
steal your
I'll
heart.
steal your heart.
Steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart.
Steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart.
Steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart. You say I'm a low-down creep and you knew it from the start. I'll stand guard while you're asleep, but I just might steal your heart. I'll steal your heart.
Steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart.
I steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart.
I steal your heart.
I'll steal your heart.
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 I was gonna say damn too.
We appreciate that. Thank you. That needs to be part of the song now. I live closest to you. When I'm lying
Make your nights out something special at Glendale Trackside Pub. From live music every week to Wind Down Wednesday, sing-along bingo, and pint night, there's always something happening alongside our great food and drinks. Gather your friends, grab a pint, and join the fun. Glendale Trackside Pub, your local stop for comfort and cheers.
So our question is, how did you guys get into
Oh
this?
my God.
That's an excellent question.
That is an excellent question.
Yeah.
Is that what people say when they stall?
That's
an excellent
That is
question.
exactly what they say when
You
they
thought you were going to interview us.
Yeah, hold on. I
tables
thought
have
this was
turned.
supposed to
We're
be
not
a
the
way-
ones on trial here.
You guys look like the jury. I'm being
We'll
pranked.
decide if that's a good story or not.
Fair.
We, I'm sure, it involved a lot of alcohol, as it usually does.
Yes.
And we
Hanging out.
doing music stuff, and we said, how fucking cool would it be if we brought Cincinnati musicians to the center of Cincinnati and let people know how much talent is right here in our hometown.
Ants are very fucking cool.
Very
fucking
fucking
cool
cool.
indeed.
Jury
Yeah.
approved.
Yes. Yeah. There's
Okay.
just a huge talent pool in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
and there's not. I mean, everybody. I think I've said this before, but like, it seems like every band is hustling, and they've got full-time jobs, and they're in
Families.
one or more bands, and I just have so much respect for so many of the musicians here in town, and the talent pool is so deep. And I think we were just kind of talking about that and how there's not a real way for them to promote themselves here in town, other
strictly-
than
without hustling, right?
other than hustling,
Yeah.
and social media and things like that. And we were just saying it would be really cool to.
It'd be fun to highlight all the cool talent, all the amazing human beings that live here. Because we've been friends for a while now, and we're both musicians. We met through Nick Tuttle,
Yes.
and we've just hit it off. And we go out and see music constantly together. And any chance, it's one of those, hey, tickets, I'm in. Yes, we don't ever say no. Calendar blind.
Yeah, right. She never says no until the day before. She'll be like, "Shit, I fucked up." Yeah, that's what she says. Laurel, I fucked up. Hey, babes.
Hey, babes, I fucked up.
... And I'm like, okay.
It was a nice idea.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why we do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Great.
we're having a blast, and so far it's been going well. And since you're sitting in jury seats, you can decide by the
Yeah,
end of the
exactly.
show.
You guys get to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
and I would also say that the cool thing about Cincinnati's music scene is not only do you have so much talent, but the majority of folks, at least that we've encountered, are really cool. That are really helpful to each other.
Not competitive.
Yeah, everybody wants
Supportive.
to help everyone
Yeah.
out, have a good show, help promote each other, things like that.
100%.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
We've talked about that with other musicians that have come on, and the question has come up more of, hey, have you run into assholes out there? And the answer from musicians about musicians, it's never the musicians, it's more often the venue, and just sort of like an attitude about you're the talent, just come in when we say and do what we say, and play the hits, don't play originals. And so we get a really mixed kind of response about the venues. They love where they play, but never about their peer group.
No.
Everyone is so supportive of their peer group, which is really cool.
Well, and we tend to be big fans of the bands in town too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think we could ever think of them as our competition because we want to play shows with them. We want to go on the road with them,
Right.
And then we end up all becoming friends, just from playing gigs and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, you guys know Maya, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's how we've connected. And
Yeah.
you know Kate, and we know Kate, and we're all running around in the same circles.
Right.
And Laurel and I thought, how cool would it be, selfishly, to sit and actually get to know the musicians
Yeah, it's
in
really for
town?
us.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
It's a way
We're
to meet the
fangirling.
music.
Well
Yeah,
played.
you get to fangirl.
Well played.
Yeah, yeah.
LT knows.
That was
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a really smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought so. We kind of have our moments.
Because when you guys are breaking down, your sets and stuff like that, that's not always. I mean, it's a time to say, "Hey, you guys played great. You sounded great," but you can't really have a full conversation with a band or a musician about what brought them into the playing with that band, or what their songwriting process is, or any of those kind of questions that we've been curious about other musicians. So, and everybody's got their own story. Yeah.
So the first song you guys played today, tell us a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
So that one is Rusted Pistol Blues, and that was written for the most part by our dear friend and former bandmate Aaron Saban. One of his many trips to the hospital to get shoulder repair, and all this stuff. And
Which he only needed because he became our.
well, right, yeah. He's a bass player, but I have been conning Aaron into doing completely out of pocket things since we were teenagers, and it started off because I wrote a piece for this crime noir anthology called Delta Blues, and it was all these like noir stories set in the Deep South. Mm-hmm. And we had and it was me and Charlene Harris, who wrote the True Blood series, and John Grisham and Ace Atkins, a bunch of authors. And we were having our book release at Morgan Freeman's Blues Club down in Clarksdale. And so they decided to have an impromptu band, of authors. And I was one of the only people who were actually professional musicians in addition to being an author, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this going to be like? So I was like, Aaron, you got to come and play drums. And he was just like, I don't play drums, I'm a bass player. I was like, it's a one-shot deal.
You can't mess this up.
One shot deal, 10 years later.
Right, yeah. He's torn out both of his shoulders because he's trying to play drums, and he's never played drums before. So one of his recovery periods, he ended up writing a couple of songs, and Rusted Pistol was one of them, and he called me over while he was recovering, and he showed it to me, and we kind of tinkered with it and turned it into the version that it is now. But LT, do you have more to add to Rusted Pistol?
Well, maybe not so much in that what he did and how it became, but I just remember when you brought it in and we heard it, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. Yeah, Annalisa would probably try to shoot him.
Well, that was the thing. Yeah.
She's the sweetest person ever, but I was like,
But,
Aaron could drive somebody to murder.
he's been on the couch for a month recuperating, right?
Gosh.
At this point,
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Not to say she would shoot him with a rusted pistol, but if she did, we'd be
hey,
like, oh
listen,
yeah.
we all have our moments, don't we, LT?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and so the moral of that story is, if you're going to be a percussionist, be a professional, right?
Know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That way you don't get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Stretch first, right?
Stretch first. Yep. Limber up.
He was
So-
doing yoga before we even started.
Well, and when we brought Brian in, I mean, like he was saying before, he was initially just kind of filling in for gigs here and there, and it was just like, Brian is one of us. He needs to officially be a shamble, right? And like the fact that he was an actual legitimate drummer was kind of like, oh, how about that? Like,
Kismet.
right, yeah. We're not forcing him to do something else.
He's such a pain because he's always trying to count something.
Oh,
out.
right. Yeah,
He's counting,
he asked me
schmounting.
about time signatures. Like, what is
Just
wrong with you?
stop counting.
Yeah.
So there's one song that we do, and he starts it. He wrote it, and we all learned it by just listening to it when he played it for us, and then we just, okay, that's how you do it. He doesn't start on the one, and so we were trying to explain it. We never counted it.
He says he doesn't start on the one.
And Brian's like, okay, well, what are you starting on? And so it's
7 meows.
Seven
meows.
7 meows and a bonk. It
Seven
goes,
meows
it
and a
goes
bonk.
meow, 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 bonk, meow, 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 bonk. That's right. So play a beat to that.
We
man.
just had to let him know where the bonk was.
Right.
So you just have to
You gotta
count
feel
7
it, man.
meows. Because the first meow isn't really on the one. It's in the lead up to the previous measure.
No, it's not.
Since
It's
I figured
legit
out
not.
where it is and explained the math of his own song to him, now I know exactly how to play it.
And I'm like, fascinating. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information, but thank you. Thank you for doing the arithmetic.
Although, if we ever have to have another fill-in, we have the perfect way of explaining it,
Right.
which we didn't before.
7 meows in a bar.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of Shambles songs for me coming in is they're written by someone who who wrote the drum part as a bass player who was playing drums, and so there's a lot of times where I'm like, what in the hell is going on here, right? And so there's a lot of time where I'm just kind of cursing Aaron a little bit under my breath, but I do appreciate it because it makes me think outside the box of normal drumming, and because you got to think like almost like how a bass player would put together a rhythm on the bass, but translate that to your arms and legs. So
Yeah.
Sounds complicated.
It does. Apparently it involves counting.
Yeah, sometimes. And
Go
once
figure.
I figured the math out, then I don't count anymore. I just I couldn't wrap my head around it until I got the math straight, and then it was fine.
I'm relieved to know that I'm not the only musician who does not count.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
none of these
yeah,
guys
yeah.
count.
I don't
I do all the
count.
counting.
Yeah. I just
That-
have to
you
feel
need
it.
one person that can
Someone
kinda
has
count- reel
Yeah.
everyone in a little
On a
bit.
designated counter.
Yeah.
Well, and I've played with a lot of drummers over the years, and some of them you can say like, "Oh no, it's simple. It goes diggada diggada dot dot diggada diggada dot 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 dot," and they're like, "Yeah, word." And others are like, "Shut up." 'Cause they're like, just keep playing, and I'll eventually hear it. You know.
Well, and that's how we kind of teach things to them. It is a diggada. So wait, you want to go to diggada rest, diggada, but like so we don't even say rest. It's like diggada.
And diggada jazz hands.
Eyebrow
Right.
cues.
And then you do the drum equivalent to this face. Right.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. But if it's not right, we're gonna be pissed.
Get a little salty.
Did that sound like this?
That did not sound like this. Okay, so talk about how you guys met each
Yes.
other and when you decided, man, we're going to start this band.
You want to kick this one off, Brother James?
Okay, so I met Nathan through the theater community. I was working for an arts organization that helped promote other arts organizations, and he was working with a theater company, and he was doing a bunch of different things that I was helping to promote. And then we got to know each other through mutual friends that were in that theater company, and I really liked a lot of the stuff he was doing. And then that was right around the time that is Chasing the Wolf your third novel?
Chasing the Wolf was the second novel.
Second novel. So he was taking his second novel and turning it into a stage play, but initially it was just a reading. And so I had come to see that, and then there was music involved in that. And I had not seen him perform except for doing spoken word over. Speaking of Aaron, he would drag Aaron into playing basically fusion jazz, improv,
Well, it was
freeform.
Except it was really like loud and aggressive.
Yeah.
That right. Yeah.
With some metal, but just bass behind
jazz
him
And-
kind of thing.
doing spoken word. And I was like, okay, I really like what he does. And we got to know each other, and I said, man, what you do. And we started talking about blues because of Chasing the Wolf.
Chasing the Wolf is a blues novel. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about Howlin' Wolf.
Yeah. The wolf
Okay.
is Howlin' Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a time travel novel. So, spoilers.
Well, don't give it all away, man. They got to buy the
It's literally in
book
the
and
first
read it.
paragraph. So
Yeah. Which, by the way, go buy it or read it at the library. It's amazing. So I really dug it, and I realized right away that we sunk up on the blues stuff. We sunk up on the rock side of it. But, we just kind of threw it out there. Oh, we should do something. And I'd see him out, and I'd keep saying that, and he'd keep saying something. And then finally, one day after, I don't know, about maybe half a year of seeing each other at different things, I said, let's get together and sit down and talk about what this might be. So he lives in Madisonville. I live in Mount Washington, and Dilly Cafe is closer to him, but it's between the two. And back in the day, they had great craft beer, and I was there all the time. So we would sit down at Dilly Cafe as a central meeting point, and we would, I don't know, about once a month get together, sometimes every other month for about a year. And every time he would come with like a dozen songs, and I would come with a dozen songs. And we were sitting there going like, oh, I think that could sound like this. And he'd say, nah, I think it could sound like this. And we were getting the idea of what we both wanted to do, but they didn't sync until probably our fifth or sixth time we sat down. And then we both came with the same song. and it was a Junior Kimbrough song, but on Buddy Guy's album where he does all Junior Kimbrough
CD
songs.
is amazing.
Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, if you haven't listened
Yeah.
to Sweet Tea, oh my God, Sweet Tea is so amazing, and it's Baby Please. Baby Please Don't Leave Me is the full title, and he said it, I said, and we're like, oh my God, that is the sound.
Yeah. That's what our project is going to be. Whatever it's
Yeah.
going to be this. Yeah. Hill country, but like really heavy, yeah. He's leaving out the fact that he almost pulled a drive-by on me though, because we had been talking about that for a minute, and so I was walking down through Madisonville, and my son Levi was in a stroller, and so my eldest son Wolf, who was 4 at the time, we were just walking along, I'm just doing the dad thing, and this car screeches up, and I'm like, dive in front of my kids, and it's brother James, and he leans out, he's like, we doing this heavy blues thing or what? I'm like, yeah, we are. He's like, cool, we'll be in touch, and he drives off. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're a band now.
Yeah, that was before we started to meet. I scared the crap out of him.
Right, yeah. But in the interim, I connived Aaron into going to Clarksdale for a one-off drum thing, and then when we got back, I was just like, I need you to play drums for just a little bit longer, because he's like a prog metal bass player. Like he does really like intricate, and all this kind of stuff. But I was like, I don't want that. I want backbeat, simple blues, type beat and all that kind of stuff, and so that's how he got into that. And we'd started jamming, and it was sounding pretty good.
It was fall of 2012.
2012, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Probably
once
started
again,
in September.
I'm walking through Madisonville, and I see LaTanya walking her 2 dogs, because she grew up like 2 blocks from where I grew up. My house is about 5 blocks from the house that I grew up, and she lived very near the house where I grew up. So, and we went to high school together. We did theater together in high school, and I knew she was an amazing singer. She's one of the best singers I've ever heard anywhere. And I just happened to run into her, and I'm like, hey, I just started a band. You want to come in and maybe record with us? We're gonna maybe do some background vocals or something like that.
And I go, you do remember what I sound like, right?
Mind you, she's a professionally, classically trained opera singer.
Right.
Which is why I said.
Right. And I was like, yes, we're
What I
a loud,
sound
dirty
like,
blues
right?
band. Did I stutter? Like,
You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah.
how it went. That's how it went.
right. So she came to like one or two shows that we played as just the trio version. Just the one at Mad Frog. Okay. Yeah. And then we did a show at Junkers, and she joined us on most of the songs, and it made every single thing sound exponentially better.
Yeah.
And so
and that was actually after we had recorded with her. So we had her on the recordings.
Right.
And initially we had her in, so we did the recording. It was me, Aaron, and Nathan, and we did the whole album like in a weekend. I think we did it over a Saturday and a Sunday, just slammed through it, all the basic tracks, and then later overdubbed the vocals. We just did a scratch vocal track. So he overdubbed his vocals, overdubbed his lead guitar, left the rhythm that was there, and then we brought her in to do the overdubs of her stuff. So in the middle of working with her, he and I are looking at each other, because I'm on the board, and he's just looking at me, and he's been giving her direction and stuff, and we're looking at each other, and so one of the songs stops, and he comes over to me, and she's looking at us like, oh, did I screw something up? And he's like, I got to write more stuff for her. We need her on way more songs.
Yeah.
Because he had only envisioned her in like maybe 3 or 4 and
that was
little
that
bit
moment.
parts.
Right.
Yeah,
And
we
like
know,
and
we
it was
know.
just gonna be background type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and he's like,
LT,
we need more.
Did you even like the blues when they said, hey, come on in?
Yeah, I listened to everything, and it was funny. The sweet tea thing. Oh gosh, I'm about to date myself. So here we go. I was one of those people who had a Columbia House membership, and I got Sweet Tea as one of my CDs on the Columbia House thing, and right. And I listened to it, and I was just like, it was visceral. Like you put it on, and it just starts, and you're like, criminy.
Yeah.
I didn't know music sounded like this. Like I do, but just off the rip, you were just like, it is amazing. And so we all were talking about blah blah, and I'm like, oh my God, how did we all listen to the exact same CD and say this is exactly what we all want to sound like?
So cool.
That's amazing.
That's synchronicity for sure.
Yeah.
So then, Brian, how did you come into the mix?
Well, like I said, I was a fill-in for when they needed a drummer, and as Aaron started having surgeries and needing some relief.
Surgery's plural. Yeah.
Plural, yeah. I started filling in, and the fill-ins turned into more and more, and then several years went by, and I was all of a sudden in the band.
Well, and
We kind of tricked him.
right, like we
As one
literally
does.
like dragged him on the road before he was an official member. We were playing down.
It was
North
Taffy's in Eaton.
Oh,
That was the first show. Was at Taffy's in Eaton,
but then we went to North Carolina.
Taba Brewery
Oh,
in
yeah,
North
yeah.
Carolina.
Took him down
It was kind of a disaster of a show, but he was amazing, and so I was just like, dude, if you can make it through this,
You're in.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
in.
And it can count.
right, yeah, and he knows maths.
Just, we were talking about how you kind of tend to have smaller, groups here, and just thinking about the freaking North Carolina thing, we, for a moment there, was like, I wonder how many gigs we're going to play where somebody says, can you turn down a little more?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And that one was so bad that they said that they
They were gonna
that
pass
if
out,
that
we
if
needed
we
to stop.
couldn't get
Yeah,
it
they-
any
they-
quieter,
they were going to pay us to
just
stop
gonna
playing.
Give us money.
And it was a big open brewery with no sound deadening, and we were being as quiet as we were quieter than we were here tonight.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
and they
God.
were like, "Oh, it's too loud. People can't." I'm like, the brewery is louder than us.
Right.
Like the people talking are
And the
louder
people
than
who
us.
came over to hear us were like, "Could you please turn up?"
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
It was
a mess.
insane.
Yeah.
I carried that paper around for a while. It was like, can you please
Because they wrote us a note.
Can you please? I was like, we should just keep this. If anybody else needs it later, here you
Frame
might,
it.
if you need to tell us.
It was the last song. Right before the last song, Nathan turned around to me and was like, "You know what? Let's just blow it out.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
just."
because he had pads on his drums, and I said, "Take the pads off."
They'll never have us back. Let's just do it.
Never coming back here.
That'll teach you.
That's very punk rock.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and so we used to do this thing where we would play like a half-hour set of like acoustic Delta blues, similar to what we did here, and then we would do a second set that was all like heavy electric blues, a la Sweet Tea, right?
Yeah.
And
I think that was the plan for that night.
oh yeah, it was. We never got to the second set, but we had played before where we would do the acoustic set, and we would get complaints that it was too loud. I'm like, oh my God,
That
you're gonna
blows
if
my
you don't like
mind.
this, you're gonna hate the second set, right?
You normally save the loud set till later.
Well, right, exactly. So and we're trying to accommodate, because and then during the switch over in between sets, they were like, if your second set is not quieter than the first set, we're going to have to ask you to just leave.
That
And I'm
blows
like,
my
okay,
mind.
well, strap in, and so I kick on my distortion and we start playing. And then afterwards, they're like, oh, the second set was great. I'm like,
What?
nothing
my
makes
gosh.
any sense.
What?
Nothing
Oh my
makes
gosh.
sense.
That was
Yeah.
that was it.
Braxton?
Yeah.
See, the problem was when breweries became a big thing in Cincinnati,
Yes.
they all decided they wanted to have live music, but they
Yes.
were not equipped for
Right,
live music.
exactly.
It was just, we're just surrounded by metal and
Concrete
concrete.
walls, yeah.
Yeah. Now some of the breweries got wise to it and actually
Yeah.
figured out how to baffle, and how to build stages and stuff like that. But for the first couple of years, and we were being asked to play breweries, I'm like, oh God, no.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, because it always sounds bad,
So, what's the song that you are all the most proud of writing and performing, playing, that you get the most feels out of, and you just feel?
The single one. I mean, I will say in my soul, under my skin, the 7 Meows and a Bonk, just because when that album came out, WNKU played it a lot,
Oh, cool.
and I remember playing the show at the Drinkery, I think. And we kicked in that song, and people went nuts and were singing along, like they were
that-
singing my lyrics back to me.
That's
and
gotta
like,
be the coolest
I'd
feeling.
never experienced that before. I've been playing music since I was 14 years old, and I've never had an audience sing my lyrics back to me. And so that one will always be special for me just because of that.
Listen, when we come to see you guys play out, don't be surprised when we say 7 Meows and a Bonk, please.
So I'm curious, what is your songwriting process as a group? How does that work? Is there one person that's writing all the songs, or is it collaborative? How does that take shape?
Well, so I have undiagnosed mania, which means it's always going, right?
Okay.
And so usually I will write songs either for a soundtrack for one of the books that I'm writing, or just because I was like, oh, this sounds like Whiskey Shambles, and then I'll bring it to the group, and then we pull it apart and say, oh, this should go here, and oh, let's double this and add this, and so we, in the rehearsal space is when it really comes to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he usually comes with a shell of, like, I can hear where he's going with it, but it's a group process to say, oh, I think the drums should do this here, or I think the bass should do this here, or I think LaTanya, she'll throw in, or we'll say, hey, LaTanya, what if you did this? And she's like, wait, what if I did this here? And then we build it on top of his basic stuff.
And it changes, right?
And it
Songs
does.
have changed over
yeah.
the years, where they start and where they end up, they're different.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be times when, like, in my head, LaTanya takes this verse and I take this verse, and then we do this on the chorus or something like that. And she's like, let's do the opposite of that. And that was
Or
the correct
forget you,
choice.
I'm not singing this song.
Right, yeah.
I'm not
I'm
feeling
gonna go
it.
have an appletini. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen super often, but it's been known to happen.
How do you guys maneuver through creative differences, or do you even have them?
I mean,
Just argue it out, I think.
Yeah.
So in the practice room, things get argued out.
Fisticuffs.
Well, I think everybody in this group is willing to say, well, okay, if you say, wait, I have an idea, let's try this.
Right.
And we all will give somebody's idea a shot. And then we go,
That was horrible.
and there are there are some times where some of us say, I like it this way. Others say we like it that way. But, it just, we're like, but really, no. And if somebody says, no, I really think it needs to be this way, usually we're like, okay.
Let's
That's how we play it.
Let's
then.
play it, and and if it still sucks in a month, right, then we'll revisit it. It's one of those things where I don't know what the rest of the world, I don't know what we sound like to the rest of the world. The late great Mojo Nixon, rest in peace. He heard our first album and he said he liked it, but it was too diverse because we played too many different styles
Really?
of blues. He referred to it as identity crisis music, and I was like, yeah, that works. But the four of us know what the Whiskey Shambles sound like, right? And so when we're orchestrating a thing, we know, like, yes, this is shambly, right? That's the way, is this sufficiently shambly? Have we, have we reached maximum shamble at this point?
We have a group chat that we're constantly on Facebook Messenger, and we had that thing running for a decade. And constantly we're throwing a song out there and going, okay, bear with me, listen to this, and imagine us shambling it.
Right.
And because it's going to be a totally different song when
Right.
we're done with it.
It's always the question, can this be shambled?
Right. Yeah.
Here it comes.
Is this shambleable? Right.
So, like, on our first album, we had the song Knoxville Girl. And if you're familiar with it, it's a bluegrass song that it goes all the way back to England in the 1600s.
Yeah, it was the Wexford Girl in its original form.
Wexner Girl,
Wexford,
and then
yeah.
Wexford? No, because it was Wexner and then Oxford.
Okay.
Yeah, because then we went to Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was, yeah. So, long history, came here, was a bunch of different things. The Louvin brothers did it after it had become the Knoxville Girl, and they made it famous in the 50s. And it is a murder ballad, but it's all in a major key, and it all has these, like, lovely harmonies. And he was like, let's do this, but let's make it dark because the lyrics are dark. Let's
Yeah.
I mean,
let's make it
literally
our own
about,
thing.
Yeah, murdering his girlfriend, right?
And so we took a bluegrass song and turned it into a blues metal song.
Very cool.
And then going back to her opera. So as we're recording this, we're trying to figure out what we want to do with her on this. And he and I had a very good vision of what we wanted, and we were trying to explain it to her. And we're so we have some commonality in terms of music that we've grown up with. Nathan and I much more than LaTanya and everybody else. LaTanya has a very eclectic taste, but there's a lot of little gaps that she doesn't have that we have, and vice versa. So we were trying to explain what we wanted, and we couldn't come up with anything. We said, okay, Great Gig in the Sky, Pink Floyd. We need that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And she's
yeah.
like, I've never heard that.
What?
I know, exactly. So we play it for her.
I can hear it in my head right now.
So we play it for her, and her response is, oh,
I don't know what I said.
She's
oh,
just like,
you want opera shit.
There you go.
That was it. And,
Yeah.
and we're like, yeah, okay, opera shit. And she just does this like, I don't know, you want to?
So we worked on it for a little bit. We kind of, we played it out for a little bit, and then when we actually went to record it, it was just me there with you, and and it was like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. We figured it out, and we did it in one take.
Wow.
Ate pizza, did a few other things. He texts Nathan, man, this is really going terrible. She just can't get it. We can't. We eat more pizza, drink more beer.
Yeah, we were done.
We were done.
We got it in one take.
One take.
We were just messing with him.
Oh.
I was like,
And like, I'm like, that can't possibly be true, right? I mean, again, I've known her since 8th grade.
Yeah.
I know she's like, there's no way she's biffing this.
That's
right?
not
You know?
how she
And I think we
operates.
went and recorded something else like that same day, like another little bit part that we needed, and we kept you hanging on for like 2 or 3 hours.
Right, yeah, because I was like, they've got to be done, and I'm getting updates
pacing
from him.
and sweating it out.
Right, yeah. I was like, there's no way this is. And my thought was, Brother James is pulling a Stanley Kubrick, right, and like demanding multiple takes for no fucking reason.
Again!
Right, yeah.
Again!
I don't care that your hair is falling out, Shelley Duvall. Right? This is The Shining. It's got to be perfect. And I'm like, there's no way. And then I found out she nailed it on the first take, and I was like, I hate you both.
course she did.
I mean, it was like she got done, and she was like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "No notes." Done.
I was like, okay, great. I thought it felt pretty good too. Yeah.
So where'd the name, the Shambles, come from? The Whiskey Shambles?
The Whiskey Shambles.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just said, our name is the Whiskey Shambles, and Brother James was like, done.
Yeah.
He was like, I could make a logo of that.
Well,
I
I was like throwing out all these things, and he was like, "No, I don't like that one." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm sitting there, and then he just says it, and I'm like, "Okay, that works. I like it.
works.
Yeah,
Right,
done."
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I threw out like 30, and he throws out one. I'm like, son of a stupid writer. Speaking of which, speaking of the songwriting process, so because he's a writer, he has all this material. So he writes songs for his books. He is always writing things, and he comes. It's not so much that the rest of us don't want to write anything or can't write anything. I mean, Aaron wrote a couple songs that are on this album. LaTanya has her own album that's amazing stuff. Go check it out. But
and she's written quite a bit for just like the duo also.
yeah, exactly. But we tend with the main band to do a lot of Nathan stuff just because he already has this whole catalog of things in his brain that is always coming out. And
Has
then
to
the
go
other
somewhere.
thing
Yeah,
is
it does.
Yeah.
he has the ability to turn one small incident into a song like that. So, again, we're talking about the group chat. I am downtown. I am in front of the No Theater talking to my friend who used to work at the No Theater.
Yeah.
I got done chatting with him, and I turned around, and if you know the No Theater, there is a telephone pole right in front of their entrance, but at the street.
Yeah.
I was talking to him, didn't realize it was behind me, turned around, faceplant right into it. Like, and I was running late, and because I talk a lot, so I was chatting, and I was becoming late because we were yakking, and I turned with purpose, and I slammed face first into that, and I didn't hurt myself badly, but it was embarrassing, and I felt stupid, and of course I'm like, okay, guys, I got to tell you the story, and I put it in the text, because I knew they'd get a kick out of it. About an hour later, he sends an iPhone recording to the chat of a song called "Don't Care to See Where I'm Headed."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, you son of a bitch. And it was good. It's a great song, and it's on this album, and I'm like, okay, so you've immortalized my idiocy.
But it also, every time, we play it, and we're like, this song is dedicated to Brother James's old face.
And he does that. What was the other one? Well, we have a bunch.
Well, there was You hate me and you wish I was a corpse was that also. Well, but the problem is at this point, whenever anybody in our circle says something weird, it's always like, is this
I think it's
Whiskey
a song.
Shambles song?
Is it a song? Is it the album cover?
Is it the
a
album cover?
T-shirt? Is it
We actually have a
logo?
whole list that she keeps. She's kind of our
Yeah, yeah.
librarian of potential songs just from stupid stuff we say.
But a friend of hers, Gina, who we
Gina Rains, I used to work with, and we were servers. I don't know what was happening. This comment was not called for at all. And I said something to her, and then she looked over at me and she goes, "You hate me and you wish I was a corpse." And I was just like, hold that thought. Hey, Nathan, you hate me and you wish I was a corpse. Song now. Maybe a half hour later.
Yep.
Done.
Wow.
And I'm just like, huh. I like to call him an idiot savant, but in the kindest way.
I can't function in regular society. This is literally all I can do. So I might as well do that. But yeah. Was a time when I thought it was fun, and I guess Gina likes it.
Oh,
Does she
Gina
like-
loves it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though she's the inspo for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially loves it because
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, and
I mean, it's a good song.
we have the duo has a song called "I Am Painkillers" because my manager out in Los Angeles, she was shopping my scripts and stuff out in Los Angeles, and she fell off a horse, and so I was talking to her, and she was trying to express that she was on painkillers. She was trying to say, I am on painkillers, which is why I haven't been knocking on doors to the degree that I should. And it came out, I am painkillers. And I was just like, you are painkillers. And she laughed and she was like, is that going to be a Whiskey Shambles song? And indeed
better
it,
believe it.
indeed it is. Yeah. So, but that one is actually credited on the duo album. It says, I am painkillers for Annie. So we're gonna have to alter the next
Alter the
round.
liner notes.
Yeah, for so it's you hate me and you wish I was a corpse for Gina.
Okay, let's talk about opening lines of songs that grab you.
Okay.
Because you're a writer, so you get to go last.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the rest of the band, are there songs that, no matter where you are, you hear that song and that line just grabs you? I'm sure there's more than one, but do you mind sharing what the song is and what the line is?
So I've had COVID like 6 times, so there's a lot that's missing in here. But what comes to mind is a Tori Amos song, and it starts and she says, "She's addicted to nicotine patches," and I'm like, what? What? Tell me more. I need to know what else is happening here. So, and I truly don't know what the name of that song is, but it's on her like church bell choir or something or other.
It's not on
CD.
Voice for Pele?
No.
Okay. Brian?
Fish song always pops in my head. Run like an antelope out of control, and it's the quote or the lyric is set the gear shift for the high gear of your soul, and that always resonates with me. I love that tune. So
You're so sweet.
yeah.
Thinking about nicotine patches, and he's like,
I hear for your soul.
I feel bad about mine now.
Running like an antelope out of control.
But both of them conjure imagery. that
Yes.
you're
Right.
Like, okay,
100%.
what's
Like,
that
wait a minute, I've got to
now?
see.
Yeah,
I got to
need
hear
know
what else is
more.
going to happen.
What's
Right.
next?
Where's this going? Yeah.
Which we actually left out how Brian ended up in the band. He and I met in college, and we went to different colleges, but we had mutual friends, and we just stayed friends. And one of our mutual things that we did together for many years was go to Fish shows together. We'd go to like
Okay.
3 or 4 in a row. We had school and jobs, so we couldn't like take a summer off.
Well, his parents lived in Youngstown, and he went to UC. My parents lived in Cincinnati, and I went to Youngstown.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's
Wow.
and yeah. So that's how we met.
That's dumb.
It is.
Yeah.
And then we started going to
Sound like
Fish shows.
brothers. That's,
Yeah, so we do a lot of Fish shows and other, jam band shows together.
Yeah.
So.
that's cool.
The funny thing about it for me, it like opening lyrics to songs don't really jump at me. It's specific, a drum line, a bass line, an organ swell. There are certain songs that really, really grab you, and my brain is completely spacing, but there's a song. It's in the yacht
We
rock
can
genre
tell. We can tell.
called
We're
the
picking
band 10cc.
Oh yeah.
It's
Not in
yeah.
love.
I'm not in love, and it has that.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget it.
And it has that big like swell at the beginning.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen the band Yacht Rock Review, they always kind of like use that as their build as the band's coming out. And
Yeah.
there's just songs like that to me, I hear songs in a cinematic. I always want to do a movie. I don't want to do the movie. I want to do the soundtrack. And I think about, and like as we put together songs, I always think about like, well, what would we put that over? Not a video, but what film would that go with?
Yeah.
And so it's those beginnings, like Rusted Pistol that we did earlier. That just to me has this just big cinematic intro to it, and I actually cut together pieces of Fistful of Dollars or a few dollars more that we occasionally on a couple shows had put up on a screen behind us that matches up with that song.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He also did the second song we did, "I'll Steal Your Heart." He took clips from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom with the Kali Rock.
Nice.
So yeah, I was like, that's a little on the nose. But
Okay, Nathan, what's yours?
okay, so let me preface this by saying,
Okay.
in addition to listening to a lot of really obscure old blues, I am also a big fan of extreme underground metal. All right. So my all-time favorite opening line of any song is a song called "Bleed Me an Ocean" by Acid Bath, and the opening line is "Mother's cold reptilian womb ain't so cold tonight," and I that's one of those like, oh man, why didn't I write that? Right? Yeah, right. I was like, that should have been the opening line of one of my books. But I'm gonna go with "I Make Love to Mountain Lions" by Motorhead. I think
Okay.
that one covers the basis. Right? You know.
Puts the mental image in there as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Very visual.
Yeah.
So you guys have been together for a long time, many, many years, and I'm just always curious about longevity. And I haven't asked this question before, but it was before you told me you had COVID 6 times. I'm wondering how did you guys manage through COVID? Were you still were you doing like video practicing? What were you doing through those couple years?
Well, funny story on that. Latanya and I decided to do a cover of the old protest song, "Which Side Are You On?"
Yeah.
Right before the election. And so we recorded it on my front porch. That seemed like the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
And neither of us had COVID yet. But literally that day, after we finished recording on the porch, she went back home and then texted me like, "I just tested positive. You should probably test your whole family."
Yeah, we were doing good to stay away from each other for most of 2020. And then we got into the summer and we got invited to do an outdoor show. I won't say where. It was very nice, well-meaning folks that invited us there. Yet the staff and the patrons at the place, they had a backyard to it where they have like outdoor seating and stuff, and they have a stage and the whole bit. And we just said to everybody, hey, as long as you keep, everybody was doing the 6 feet thing, but we were very paranoid.
Yeah.
So we were like 10 feet. And we literally we roped off like 10 feet away from the stage, and went great until their staff kept coming up to us on the stage and were right in our face.
And wanted to talk right here.
Yeah. No masks on and whatever, because they were outside. They didn't, and it was like, and we were just like, and it just made us so uncomfortable that we kind of stopped doing things together for the rest of that year until we could finally get vaccinated and all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I had a
really
group. We actually released an EP in 2020, having never been in the same room together. So we each recorded our parts separately, sent them together, and then released an EP. Actually, like I said, having never actually played the songs together.
Wow.
How hard is that when you were the only one counting in the band?
Counting the other bands.
Yeah, this is his other band, Evening Records. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they know how math works.
Okay.
Yeah, they know how math works a little bit, but yeah, so they would send me a scratch track. I would record all the drums in my studio at the house, and then we'd send it to the guitar player. He would add his part, and then the bass player would add his part, and then the singer would add his part, and we released a whole EP, having never, like I said, never really been in the same room together.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
We did a little bit of that for this album. Like, we have a song called Goddamn River on Fire, and the guitar solo on that was recorded in my kitchen by my, at the time, 14-year-old son. He recorded me playing the guitar, and that's the one that's on the album.
Wow.
Right in the middle of COVID, yeah.
That's really cool.
But I'm not good at that sort of thing. I mean, I could not do an album like that.
Oh,
you know.
recording.
I
Oh,
call
yeah.
him Schlep Rock.
Yeah.
So that one the one show that I went to before I was a part of the band, he's just sitting up there singing and his mic just goes pew! And I'm just like, huh, that's interesting. So I'm like, friend of the band, we help him out. Oh gosh, the infamous I will say now, I'll say now for the record, this is an exclusive, so you can hold me to it. If somebody can still find the video of that ill-fated performance at Southgate House for the whatever that benefit, the Caracol benefit thing, the 80s rock or whatever. Yeah. If somebody can find that, I will allow it to be released to everybody. So what happened was, we're playing this show and it's a full house thing. It's all these bands and we have like 5 minutes or 7 minutes a piece.
Like a 7 or 8 minute set, right?
Yeah, because there's like 30 bands.
Right.
And
we all have to do like 2 songs.
And once again, we're the Whiskey Shambles. So people are like, Whiskey Shambles. Here's shot. So
she and I especially, right? Yeah.
So we both get a shot before our 7-minute, show. And we're like, oh yeah, whatever. Going up there, and he gets up there, and his cord that he bought the day before doesn't work. But we don't know it's the cord that he bought the day before because he bought it the day before. It can't possibly be the cord. So we are going through all of this and trying to figure out everything. Finally, somebody figures out it's the cord. All right, plug it in. Here we go. What is that? Like 10 minutes later or whatever.
That's a lot with him, though, right?
And then apparently he looks over at me and sees me going,
oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean.
Because the whiskey hit.
Right. No, we were literally timing it. We were like, this is an 8-minute set. One of the songs is a Fear song. We're doing a heavy metal version of Thank You for Being a Friend. Like, and we're also doing the Terrence Trent D'Arby song.
Literally, what can go wrong with us having a shot right before?
We're literally thinking, like, by the time the whiskey hits our system, we'll be off stage.
Yes.
The math actually would have worked. So we're pounding shots. We get up there, the cable doesn't work. So I asked a friend of ours who played just before us, I was like, Beth, can I borrow your cable? She hands me the cable. I plug in. I'm like, we're ready to go. I turn around. She is cackling. She's standing on the side of the stage, cackling, pouring sweat. And I was like, oh, no. And then as soon as I say that, it hits me.
Oh, no.
And so there is video, and I stand by its quality, quite frankly.
So we
I'm
start
gonna
with
hunt
Terrence
it
Trent
down.
D'Arby, okay, wishing well, which is entirely
an
not
amazing-
us,
Right, yeah.
which again we shamble it up, and
Right.
then we did a Fear song, Beef Bologna.
Right.
I love that
Straight
song.
from Terrence Trent
Yeah.
D'Arby into Fear.
You know what? If I had to say a song that there is an opening lyric, like "My baby," oh my God, that really just brings me
that
back.
will grab you. That's
Yeah.
a great song.
Yeah, that brings me back
Yes.
to my childhood
Yeah.
and watching that bit on SNL and all that. But then we get to Thank You for Being a Friend.
We do this
We do a
this
heavy
sludge metal
of it.
version of Thank You for Being a Friend.
She's just like,
It's just, but it was already shambled. So
Yes.
so no matter what you did, it fit.
But so
It
we
was so
we
messy.
finish our 8-minute set, and the crowd went nuts. Like they loved it. They're like, oh no, it was not even as long as it should have been. Like we cut corners. Like
Right.
Yeah, I think-
right, it should have been an 8-minute set. It was like a 6-ish.
I think we
set.
cut half of the Terrence Trent
Something like
D'Arby
that,
out, and
yeah,
we
yeah.
cut half of the Fear song out.
And people were just like, yes. Afterwards, they were like, that was amazing. And I'm like,
got the
and
whiskey
so
sweats happening.
yeah. So we watched the video later, and I think it was Brother James was like, this will never see the light of day. And I was like, no, I put it out.
And then I saw it and I said, it will never, ever see the light of day.
All right.
But the thing is, no matter how bad you are, if you are playing a heavy metal anthem version of "Thank You for Being a Friend," because it's bum bum bum, and everyone is like, "Oh my god!" and they can all sing to it. Thank you, and we just kept repeating that line over and over at the end. So it didn't matter what happened before that; they all got to sing with the end of it. And that's one of the biggest things that I've ever learned in music is, if you end great, most people will forget everything you screwed up before that.
Oh my gosh.
Just end well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Tight
We normally
endings.
ask for what advice you'd offer up any other musician. I think
Right.
that's
Yeah, and strong, and strong.
And strong, even if it's not tight.
Maybe don't,
Even if
maybe
it's a mess,
don't
just
have a
end
shot right
strong.
before
Make it big and
and
memorable.
strong.
Right.
Okay, so listen, we're so excited that you guys, reached out and wanted to be on the show. It speaks volumes of how important this is to you, and the whole reason you're here is to promote your album that's getting ready to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that with the crowd? When's your release party? What's happening? Name of the album?
It's called Sleep Tight Evangeline, which is a song that we did
Yep.
today. We will be playing at the Southgate House Revival in the Revival Room upstairs
Nice.
on the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. So if
It is
you're-
an early show.
and it's an early one for us. Doors are at 7:30. Dead Man String Band comes on at 8. We'll be on right after that.
Okay.
Probably 9-ish.
9-ish.
Time your whiskey shots.
Right.
Time your whiskey shots
I
accordingly.
mean, if
We
you're not
actually-
singing, you're fine.
Yeah.
We actually, if we're allowed to, we'll start on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the venue doesn't hold us back, we will start on time. We do not like waiting around. We don't
Yeah.
like when venues drag you. Oh, we want to wait till more. No. We said that's because we've kind of got an older audience over the years, or just people who've been with us, even if they are younger. They've been with us for so many years, and they know that we will start on time if we have that ability.
Yeah.
And they will show up early.
Yeah.
And also, I like to be able to play our whole set, and it's frustrating to me when we have to
Cut it short.
have to cut it short. Well, because I think of a set as being kind of like a story, right?
Yes.
It should build an arc, and if that gets thrown off,
Which for this show, we're going to tell a lot of stories. We're going to tell the story of not every single song, but almost every song and how it came to be, or something fun about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to make it something special. So if you've heard all these songs, because this album took about a decade to make, we've been playing these songs for anywhere from 5 to 10 years on some of them. So people have heard them. But the funny thing is, the recordings, because some of them are so old, we play them entirely different now.
Right.
They're an entirely different song. So that recording is kind of a time capsule.
Yeah.
So that's fun. And we'll be able to talk about how they came to be, or what inspired them, or
and there's other songs that we rarely, if ever, play, and so this might be the last time we play some of these songs for a really long time.
Wow.
So.
yeah, some of them kind of work good on the album. They're not really they don't grab you as a live song because they're very intimate, and they might bring the evening down too much for a
Sounds
normal
like
set.
most of my music.
So you have a couple
You're
that
part
you
of the sad girl songwriting club.
Angry girl.
Oh, well, hey.
Okay, angry's
Yeah,
fine.
Angry's
Angry's
great.
fine. We
Yeah,
like
yeah.
angry.
Yeah.
She's a sad girl songwriter.
Sad.
I am too.
Sad
We
shit.
love sad songs.
I don't know how people write happy songs.
right. yeah.
Right.
I know.
I mean, like
You can't.
none of our songs are particularly happy, right? But
Yeah.
we try to.
He'll do a song and he'll bring it in. I'll be like, Nathan, that's kind of up tempo. Look at you go.
Growing.
It's about murder. It's another song about murder. Yeah.
Okay, but it's up tempo about murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Southgate House, November 26th.
Yeah, so-
9:30 show.
No,
No.
7:30.
7:30 doors.
7:30
8
doors.
o'clock.
First
Dead Man-
band, Dead Man String Band is coming on at 8, and then we'll be on right after he.
Nice.
Right after him.
Yeah,
Right, cool.
whenever he's done.
And you'll have
then,
merch and albums there
We will
for,
have merch and
for all
albums.
of the fans.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want a CD, so it's $5 at the door. It's $10 if you want the CD as well. So that's $5 for the door, $5 for the CD. If you wait till after the show, if you don't come to the show, you're going to pay $10 for that CD.
Okay.
So we're giving it to you for $5. as a thank you
That's a
for coming
deal.
and celebrating. The
Yeah, it is.
album will actually release that night at midnight online on all the streaming and downloadable
cool.
platforms. So if you're not someone who wants a CD, you'll have to wait till midnight. But if you want a little preview of it, if you want that special show where we're talking about the stories behind it all, that's the show to come to.
Okay, cool. I'll bring my Sharpie so you can sign some shits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Well, we've been at this for an hour, and we're aware of your time. You guys came over from work
Yes.
to hang with us, and we're really, really grateful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
Coming
so
on.
much for
Yeah.
hanging. We
Sharing your
really
music.
appreciate your time, and you've just developed some new fans for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, gang.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whiskey Shambles. Thank you.
Looking for the perfect night out? Glendale Trackside Pub brings together hearty American pub fare. 24 beers on tap, fine wines, and smooth bourbons, all served in a warm, welcoming space right along the train tracks in historic Glendale. Add in live music, Wind Down Wednesday, sing-along bingo, and pint night, and you've got everything you need for food, drinks, and fun under one roof. Glendale Trackside Pub, your local stop for comfort and cheers.